everyone. Welcome to this episode of Catching Up with Yoseka Stationery. So casual. Neil and I are here today, and we are very good. We hope you all are great as well. This past week at Yoseka, we have been busy working on Stationery Fest things.
Yes, every week.
Every week, yeah, I know. This is beginning to get repetitive.
Yeah.
But this is like the biggest project we've ever worked on, I feel like, right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty much all we're going to talk about until August. I hope you're ready. And we do have some exciting updates for Stationery Fest. Every week, we've basically just been talking to a lot of brands that we work with and that are in the stationery community, brands that we want to work with, and basically just getting the conversation going and seeing who would be down to come to New York for Stationery Fest. So a lot of conversations take time, and it's a lot of the times it's not just a yes or no thing because people are coming from other countries oftentimes, but we are very happy to report that last week we did officially confirm with some new exhibitors such as Galen Leather is coming. I'm so excited. I'm so excited about that one because we've met Eunice and we've met a bunch of people from Galen in the past. They've been to Yoseka and they've always been really, really friendly to us, so it will be great to have them at Stationery Fest and just have them participate. I can't wait to see all the stuff that they bring too. Who else is going to be joining us? This is new.
From Japan, there are Hachimonjiya.
Yes!
They're actually a very big stationery store.
They're this big shop, and we just thought we would ask. And surprisingly, they are going to come all the way from Japan. I can't believe it. I'm so excited.
Yeah, and then other brands like Kim Jin, and so is Mark's. Mark's Style.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're coming.
We have a lot of their pens.
Right. They're coming directly from Japan.
Wow. So we have Galen's coming from Turkey and then some brands from Japan. I'm really excited also about Hanabi Glass Studio, which is a glass studio in Japan. They're coming from Japan as well, and they're going to bring a lot of their really beautiful handmade glass pens. So a lot has been happening for Stationery Fest, and I just can't wait. We're also working with a lot of people on putting some more workshops on the schedules. I think maybe by this time next week and next week's Catching Up, we should have some more workshops to share with you all as well. But actually, we did add a traveler's workshop, and fodder. So exciting. So all of these updates are available on stationeryfestival.com and more. Actually, there's more than just these. So be sure to check out the website if you haven't done so yet for all of the latest and greatest Stationery Fest news. We are March now, so we're just 5 months away. So exciting. Other than that, working on Stationery Fest stuff. We've also I did a fun little thing in the store last week.
Yeah, what did you do?
You don't know? Me, Amy, and May went over to the store on a day that we're not usually open. We're usually closed Mondays and Tuesdays, and we did a little private event.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
so cool.
fun. It was fun. So one of our customers, Zunaid, reached out to us a few weeks back and said that his company was going to have I guess his team is in multiple parts of the country or whatever, and they were all coming into New York and they're going to do some team outing together, which sounds so fun. And he reached out to see if we would be open to doing something with them. I sort of just kind of opened up the store a little bit with May and Amy and did a private shopping session, but also sort of an introductory fountain pen tutorial. And everybody left with one of our 4 favorite beginner fountain pens and a fountain pen friendly notebook and a bottle of ink. And I just had so much fun. It was
cool.
very cool. It was
15 people, right?
15 people.
Yeah.
16. It actually ended up being 16 people. And yeah, we did it and it was great. So I've never done anything like that before.
Yeah.
And it's funny, like I had it all planned out. Like we're going to do 20 minutes of this and then 20 minutes of this and then we're just going to spend 10 minutes of this. And obviously none of it went to plan in the moment. But I think everybody had fun and everybody learned a lot about fountain pens, which was my goal at the end of the day. So I'm really happy with that. I don't know, if anybody's interested in doing something like that, feel free to reach out to us. So that's about it for like last week, and this week we have like some more fun things on the horizon. We're going to do a happy hour this week. We have a bunch of work anniversaries from our team members coming up that we're going to celebrate. Gordon's coming up on his 1 year. Austin's coming up on 2 years. It's amazing. It's amazing. So we have a lot of celebrations, a lot of good things happening, and finally a little bit of warm weather. We do have some newly added stationery that we've brought here. A lot of new fountain pens.
A lot of new fountain pens. A few episode back. I was talking about.
That's true. It's the time.
The Japanese fiscal years.
Yeah.
And then now. You're gonna see a lot of Sailor fountain pens.
Sailor fountain pens, and I think there's a new platinum fountain pen coming out soon. There's a couple, right? So that's funny. It's because the Japanese companies are coming up on their fiscal year and they want to basically end the year really strong. So they basically push out like their best fountain pens till the end of the year. They wait, and then everybody buys them, obviously. That's an important part of their equation. So let's start, I guess we're talking about fountain pens, so let's just start with, so we talked about Sailor, so we have a few new Sailor fountain pens, and Neil was joking about how like they're releasing all these pens, and it's funny because this is not just one new fountain pen, okay? Like Sailor doesn't do that anymore. They're releasing 4 new fountain pens at a time, 5 new fountain pens at a time. So these are the new Princess Raden fountain pens.
That's right.
They're so pretty. They're really colorful, Pro Gear Slim models, and they have this artwork on the barrel and the bodies of the fountain pens. And the artwork is done by a process called UB Maki. So it's a process where the actual design is it's called maki, and a lot of the times when you think of maki, you think of like handmade painting of the designs on these fountain pens, but these are actually machine printed and then finished by hand. I think some people might be wondering like, oh, how come these maki pens aren't like in the hundreds, and then there are some maki fountain pens that are like in the thousands. And it all comes down to like how much handmade work goes into each fountain pen. So these are simply finished by hand, and you can really see where the details are finished by hand. There's 4 designs, and they're each inspired by a different story of a princess. A Japanese traditional princess story. So the actual designs that are printed are here along the caps and then along the barrel, around the diameter of the barrel. And then there are kind of like sparkly bits that are painted on, and that is the handwork part of it. Hand finishing. And then there's actually little embellishments of Raden that are glued on to the artwork, and they kind of fit in with the artwork. So this one, for example, is like a mermaidy kind of motif, and the Raden is inlaid into the shell here. And you can actually feel where it's glued on.
This is handmade, hand finished.
This is hand finished, and there's also like, I think it's like these shiny, like this shiny paint is kind of where it's hand finished. So those are the new Sailor Princess Raden fountain pens, and I think we commented on this a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about like the first snow fountain pen. How we're seeing a lot more of this. I guess they're calling it UB Maki, this UB Maki designs onto the fountain pens, where it's like sort of artwork on the body of the pen. which is really, really cute.
It's very cute.
Yeah, very cute. Next up, in the new fountain pen arena, we have a new Kaweco Sport.
Wow.
Yeah, this is their spring novelty fountain pen. I think this is when they released like the iridescent pearl a few years back, and it's one of their collector's edition. This is the pen here, and it is like a light orange, translucent orange, sort of apricot color, with a green sheen to it. And it has this iridescent quality similar to the iridescent pearl. And then I think the sleeve is really cool.
Cute.
It's so cool. I was excited to see this one, and a lot of people are like asking us like, how green does it sheen? I think it's pretty subtle.
Yeah, it's very subtle.
You really have to like hold it in the light, and it's certain angles that reflect back that green. But overall, when you're just looking at it, it's definitely just like kind of a translucent orange fountain pen. And then other than that, for new fountain pens, we also have some new Esterbrook Esties.
Wow.
Esterbrook Esties. These are called the new Winter White with gold trim. And there's two pens here, even though they look the same. This one here is the cartridge converter fountain pen, and then this one on the bottom here is their piston version. So for those of you who don't know, the piston version works like this. You twist off this back finial, and then you pump on this section here, and you can see even like, because it's a translucent pen, the piston goes up and down. You can see that shadow of that black thing. And as you're pushing it, that's what sucks up the ink into the barrel of the fountain pen. So it is an internally filling fountain pen. The piston version is available in like their standard nib sizes, but then the standard, the cartridge converter version is available with all of their specialty nibs. So those that are like the journaler nib, the scribe nib, the needlepoint, and the techo nib. So that's available on this cartridge converter version. Yeah, and that's about it for the new fountain pens, I think. There's a lot of pretty ones.
We have some fun eraser. This is the Mount Fuji eraser. And I don't know how many iterations it has been, but
so
this
many.
one is purple.
Yeah, it's the cherry blossoms at night version, so Yoseka. So that's why it's this kind of pale purple. And they released it for Mount Fuji Day. Mount Fuji Day. There's a Mount Fuji Day in Japan, of course.
Of course, yeah.
Of course, February 23rd is Mount Fuji Day. If you didn't know, we don't have any holidays after mountains here in the U.S. But Mount Fuji is like at the heart of like every Japanese person. So there's like 6 different styles. They're all the same inside, but like the label actually has like 6 different like sort of shapes. Not very different. Last but not least, we have some highly anticipated.
Highly anticipated?
These are highly anticipated.
Wait, are they really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Highly anticipated new inks from Lennon Toolbar. These are the Winter 2023 Seasonal Limited Winter Tonic inks. And Neil has them here. These are inspired by some sort of winter desserts that are very common in Taiwan, the flavors of the desserts that are very common in Taiwan. So there's red bean, there's purple rice, brown sugar, and matcha. And I'm saying they're highly anticipated because I don't know how many times like our team members asked me about them. They were
really?
Yeah, they were like, oh, are we getting the new Lennon Toolbar inks? I'm like, not yet, you guys. And they finally came in, and they're so pretty.
They're pretty.
If you've ever been to like an Asian dessert cafe, these flavors are all over the menu, and they really like bring a certain feeling for me too. Like for a lot of people, I think. Just very comforting feeling, I think. So Lennon Toolbar is great at that. And they are wonderful colors too. Do you have a favorite, Neil?
Oh wow, I haven't been asked.
I like to keep you on your toes.
Shocking. I think I'll pick the Princess Raden.
Oh, which one? Which one? We have 4 colors. Which one is your favorite?
I kind of like the combination of these.
Ooh.
But I don't think I'll use them.
Right.
Just
they wouldn't be your pen. You would gift it to me.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I would be very happy to get a gift like that. I would be very happy to get a gift like that.
I think, well, I like the element that there's Raden on these pens.
Yeah.
And that seems like something that Sailor is trying to do.
Yes.
So something different.
You do.
Yeah,
like
I like something a little bit
refreshing.
Yeah, it seems like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
You're going this direction.
New direction.
Yeah, maybe there's something more coming out of it. You know, they're trying something.
Yeah.
So that's why I like it.
Maybe Yoseka can do one.
Yeah, maybe. I'm pretty sure the answer was no. When we tried to ask.
Okay, yeah, I like that answer.
Yeah. What about you? Which one do you like?
I like this one.
You like that one?
Yeah, the new Kaweco Sport.
Yeah.
But I also like these inks a lot. So I don't know. I would get the Kaweco Sport, and then I would get one of maybe like this purple rice ink to ink it up with. Yeah, purple rice. Yeah. So yeah, those are our favorites. What do you guys think? What are your favorites this week? Let us know. Yeah. Other than that, that's about it for the newly added stationery. I do have an Ask Yoseka Anything question.
Okay, wow, okay.
So along with getting these new Lennon toolbar inks this week, we also got back in the some past Lennon toolbar limited inks, like sesame oil. And that one is highly coveted.
Yeah, that's what
if you got a bottle, congratulations.
Yeah.
We always get questions about that.
Right.
And then it actually we restocked it and it sold out really quickly.
Yeah, well, our team
members themselves took like 3.
Yeah. So they're
they're cheating. Sorry. We'll try to order more.
Yeah,
right?
we placed the order.
We placed the order, but in the questions after people were seeing that it was sold out, people were asking for some color comparisons and maybe possible dupes.
Oh, okay.
And we get this question a lot, actually, specifically about sesame oil because it is kind of a unique color. So I've swatched out 3 ink colors other than sesame oil for you guys to see. And I have to break the news that there's nothing that's like exactly the same.
Oh no.
There's nothing that's exactly the same. So I don't know. We're just gonna have to like talk Lennon Toolbar into just making this like a regular released standard ink. But I do have the swatches here for you guys to see. Wow. Okay. So excuse the mess here. I was doing this in a rush, but this is the top one is Lennon Toolbar Sesame Oil. You can see it's like a beautiful rich brown.
Yeah.
The bottom one here is Lennon Toolbar Coastal Village, which is another limited edition ink from Lennon Toolbar. But a lot of people ask like, oh, is this a possible dupe for that? I think out of the colors I swatched, the Coastal Village does come the closest, but it's a little bit more gray. Then I also swatched Kyo no Oto Ochiguri Iro, and this is like a much darker brown. I just thought it would be a good match for it. Right. So it's like a little bit darker than sesame oil. And then lastly, I swatched Dominant Industry November Leaves, which in my head would always be a good dupe for it, but it turns out that it's much lighter than that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. These are 4 brown inks. They're kind of in the same family. Hopefully this helps you guys. Like maybe you guys also like another one of these colors. But to answer your question, there's nothing exactly like sesame oil, so we'll just really have to.
It's a small difference.
Small difference, yeah. So we'll just have to keep on ordering sesame oil back.
And there's another one, another brown.
Brown sugar is a lot darker.
Oh, a lot darker.
Yeah, it's much darker.
Yeah.
hopefully this helps you guys. If there's any other ink comparisons that we can do for you, please always feel free to let us know. And other than that, we will just have to keep on hounding Lennon Toolbar for sesame oil. I think that's about it for this episode of catching up with Yoseka Stationery.
Oh, I have something to ask everyone to do. So for Stationery Fest, I get a lot of questions, not from people exactly, but from the exhibitors. Yeah, they are asking, oh, I'm coming from Japan, you know, they're thinking about what to bring. For example, Marks from Japan, they have like notebooks, they have like smaller things, they recently worked with Pilot, and they have like lifestyle stuff. So if there's anything that you guys think, you know, from the list, that is something you want to see.
If like check out the exhibitors list, and if there's anything specifically from the brand that you're like, I need to buy this thing from this brand, or I need to like check this out in person. Please let us know so we can make sure to tell that brand to bring it. Otherwise, they might not know.
Yeah, they might not know what to bring.
Right.
Because their collection
so large
is very big.
Yeah.
Kim Jong, for example, is very big.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, comment below.
Below.
So say I think Mark should bring, you know, this thing.
Yeah.
Right. There's something you want to see, and it's only in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Okay.
And similarly, I would say if you guys are really interested in any particular meetups, workshops, that type of thing, seminars, also let us know, and we'll try to make it happen, because as we've added more to the exhibitors list, now it's time for us to think a lot more about what we can actually do with them in terms of meaningful workshops and seminars and things like that to put on the schedule. So yeah, thank you so much for your input. I hope that you know how grateful we are for all of your comments, and for everybody who's already RSVP'd and bought your ticket for coming. I can't wait to see you. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.